They'll spend $200 on J's, but not their rent. I'm gonna address that comment, but before I do, welcome to my channel, everybody. My name is Michael Hayes, and on my channel, I go through my journey in real estate and really life in general at this point. You don't understand just how true that comment is. When I went to go and check this house, and for anybody who doesn't know what he's talking about, I will link that video somewhere up here in the corner. But I went to a house and there was a gang of squatters that were just living on the inside of this house. I think they had maybe been in there for a couple of weeks or so, I'm not sure. But they basically made their home in this house. And we got the squatters out. These were younger people that were dressed kind of nice. One of the guys, I can't hold you, he was kind of fly. He had on, I got a picture of this guy. I don't know if I'm gonna put it up or not, but he was nice. He had on the studded belt. I don't know brands like that. I'm not a fashion guy. If you've looked at me, then you can tell that I'm just not into fashion like that. If anything, when I was there, and you guys, if you've seen me in my past videos, I usually wear the same coat, the same sweatshirts, the same t-shirts, same kind of pants. I'm a real basic guy. I look like I could have been more of a squatter than this guy. Anyway, he was nice, head to toe. I can tell that he was clean. He had been using the house to shower, stolen utilities, but the guy was nice. And in the back of my head, I'm thinking, as nice as you are dressed, there's no way that you don't have money to go and pay rent somewhere. I don't know if you've been trapping out of this house or not, but you got some money somewhere to where you can go and drop cash to somebody and pay some rent. So that is a very true statement. But again, you have to realize that this is Memphis, so we're living in or working in a situation where we've got a lot of poverty, a lot of drugs, a lot of, I don't know, I'm at a loss for words, but not the best situation. And especially when you're dealing in the hood, you got a different set of problems that you may not have to deal with in higher income areas. Now, don't get me wrong, in higher income areas, you will have to, at some point, possibly deal with squatters. That's just a part of the rental market, and probably not just Memphis, but you know, anywhere that you go. But anyway, I want to give you guys a story, and this is one that I had on, I believe it was my old channel. But just to kind of give you the idea of the squatter situation, especially if you're dealing like in the hood. Me and my partner at the time, we were fixing and flipping a house. Now, there was no indication before we got this house that there was an issue with drugs in the neighborhood. Turns out we were positioned right next to a major drug house. Now, with this major drug house comes major drug symptoms, I guess that you could say, that pass on to our house. So we got to the house at one point. I do have a video of this where there was a guy sitting on our front porch smoking. All right, what's going on, guys? It's next day, and we are about to check out the work progress on the house. But there is a squatter. Again, we had a squatter issue with this one that we thought the guy had gotten out the house, but there's somebody else just sitting on the steps, rolling up weed and drinking a Coke. I don't want to show the guy, but I might have to blur him out. I don't even know if I can capture him. But anyway, we're about to go and check it out, see what's going on with this guy. And yeah, time to get this day started. Now, somebody had told us that this was a hot spot where people were breaking in and living. And the crazy part about it is when I approached the guy, he was actually sitting there on the porch taking puffs. And I was like, hey man, what are you doing here? No, you can't sit here doing drugs, you gotta leave. All right, we're outside, I got progress going on. Boss, what's going on? Why you on our front porch rolling weed, bro? Yeah. You good, man? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man, you be easy. I don't even think that was weed. I think that man had a pipe. That's crazy. Yes, sir. I hate to have to bother you on my porch on your day off, but yes, you have to leave. You can't sit here on my porch doing drugs with nothing else to do. So they got left. But very next day, next couple of days, or whatever it may have been, we found out that somebody was living in the garage. We may have found this out all at the same time. I can't exactly remember. No, we actually found out that this guy was living in the garage before we began the actual rehab. So this is what he had blocking the driveway. This note on the garage, and that's what it looks like on the inside back here. So they had been living back here for a long time. Well, actually, I'm not sure how long, but it's been long enough to where they really just shouldn't have been back here. But the first time we came by here, they had like a fire going and a lot more stuff. It's a sad situation. So I don't know, but squatting, it is a issue that I'm dealing with more and more nowadays. And just kind of let you guys know, like the last two projects, the current two projects, this one and the duplex, both of those dealt with just squatter issues. And people were in and out of this garage. They had a whole setup in there where they were burning fire through a barrel and some more stuff. So they were squatting in the garage to the point where he had this sign that says something like, I'm gonna have to find the picture. It was something like do not enter or no trespassers or something. Now keep in mind, this was not his garage. This was our garage. And he had this no trespassing, whatever the sign was, outside. So yes, I don't even know what I said all that to say, but we do have issues with squatters here, and some of them can actually go and do something else. This particular guy that we had to put out with these other 10 people, he looked like he was well-to-do, very capable of going and getting a job, paying rent somewhere. Even one of the squatters, when she came out, she looked at me and said, hey, is this for rent? How much is the rent? And I'm thinking in the back of my mind, again, you sat here living free in this house for 2 weeks, and now you want to ask how much the rent is.